Good morning. Today on Spotlight, inside two initiatives designed to keep Michigan's largest city and Southeast Michigan neighborhoods moving forward. Joshua Elling, CEO of Jefferson East Incorporated, will join us to discuss music, arts, food, and downtown Detroit development. And later on our Sunday morning program, we'll talk to Adriel Thornton, Executive Director of Mogo. What's that? Well, stay tuned to find out. It's Sunday, June the 5th. I'm Chuck Stokes, and this is Spotlight. Josh Elling, good having you back on Spotlight. You doing okay?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
It's always a pleasure sitting down and talking with you. Okay, the official start date of summer is June the 21st, so we're within striking distance. But from what I understand, you're ready to kick it off with music and food and arts and even more development over there in downtown Jefferson, Detroit, correct?
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. So we are so excited this year, thanks to our friends at the War Memorial, the Michigan Arts and Culture Council, and the National Endowment of the Arts, to be able to bring back Jazzin' at the Vanity. So on June 18th and 19th, we'll be shutting down East Jefferson Avenue at Lakewood for just 2 days of jazz, blues, arts, and education. So it's going to be a great time, and we're excited to bring back this wonderful festival after taking a hiatus for the past 2 years due to the pandemic.
And you've got some greats coming in there, I guess. James Carter, the legendary, world-renowned James Carter, born and raised in the city of Detroit, saxophonist, jazz, world-renowned.
Yeah, just an amazing lineup. And thanks to the hard work of Sabrina Underwood, our marketing manager, is putting this all together. We have James Carter headlining 7:30 p.m. on Saturday, June 18th. On Sunday, June 19th, we have a world-renowned group, kind of going to skew to the younger set here, Ghost Note, which does some great fusion, acid jazz, funk. They'll be hitting the stage 5:30 on June 19th. But before that, I mean, just every day is just chock full of Detroit jazz greats that are world renowned. I mean, we've got Alan Denard, we've got the Marion Hayden Legacy Ensemble on Saturday. On Sunday, we got the Perry Hughes OGD Ensemble. I've got the great RJ Spengler and T-Bone Paxton, as well as Brandon Williams performing on Sunday. So it's just going to be an amazing jazz lineup. Throw on top of that, thanks to our friends at the Library Street Collective, mixed media art installations with Systech the Artists, Trey Isaacson, and bringing out the Black Art Library as well, too. So there's going to be art, there's going to be music, there's going to be food. It's going to be an amazing time. So I encourage everybody to come down June 18th and 19th. Last thing I'll say is actually not just about having fun. It's also about learning of all the ways Jefferson East can help Detroiters stay in their homes. So starting on Saturday morning at 10 a.m., folks can come out for a Show Me the Money Day presented by One Detroit Credit Union. They have financial literacy education, budgeting classes. So come out, learn a little bit, and then slide right over to having some fun at the Jazz Festival after that.
Absolutely. And we'll get a little bit more into the development and the housing and all the many things that you're doing there with your organization. You're also tying this into Juneteenth, right?
That's right. 19th. Yeah, so it's Juneteenth weekend. So a lot of the mixed media artwork that's going to be created there on the street during the festival, basically artists are looking at what does the legacy of Juneteenth mean today? How does it get translated into action? Because you know that Jefferson East is all about inclusive and equitable development. And so what ways can we learn from the legacy of Juneteenth when emancipation finally came to all the southern states at the Civil War? And how do we reflect on the long struggle for freedom and equality? And how do we move that forward together, given all the challenges we're facing? So we're going to explore that in art, and there'll be some moments of reflection and spoken word exploring that topic, the great topic of Juneteenth, and honor its legacy and history.
And Josh, I got to ask you, because your organization is so much into preserving history, preserving buildings, preserving neighborhoods, keeping the best of our history alive. The title Jazzin' at Vanity, that goes to the old Vanity Ballroom?
Yeah, we'll be right outside the Vanity Ballroom.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so, the Vanity Ballroom, one of the great surviving jazz ballrooms in Detroit. All the greats played there, Duke Ellington, Billie Holiday, all the way down to MC5, and the Stooges played there during the punk era. But, it's a challenge to save these old buildings. And I think one of the things we've been very proud of over the years, be it with our Marlboro apartment renovation or the restoration of the historic Kresge building, which has our new neighborhood resource hub, is bringing resources to bear on these historic buildings. But the Vanity is a big building, and it's going to take close to almost a $20 million renovation to get that done. And so we've really been struggling the last couple of years to put that financing stack together, but we've got it stabilized somewhat. We're working on the plan, but it all kind of ties into the challenge of renovating historic buildings, especially in the city of Detroit. It's something we continue to try to work on together.
Sure. Well, what's the end date for that? Do you have a target date in which you're trying to get it all done by, or is it sort of open-ended at this point till you get all that financing in place?
Now, unfortunately, it's still a little bit open-ended. We were working on a very specialized financing tool with the city of Detroit that would basically involve a district-based brownfield plan for that entire neighborhood. Haven't been able to get that concept across the finish line, and so now we're kind of back to not really square one, but figuring out how do we solve an almost $7 million unsubsidized gap on that redevelopment project. And that is what we have to figure out with our development partner, EJ Devco. And that's a challenge that multiple neighborhood commercial strips deal with in Detroit, these very large gaps on redevelopment projects. And unless we find a way to solve for that with some innovative tax increment financing tools, it's going to be a struggle to get big projects like the Vanity Ballroom done in Detroit's neighborhoods.
Sure. Well, hopefully there's a lot of goodwill out there, and when they hear this message, maybe some folks will get on board who weren't aware of it beforehand, that this is so important to the history of this city and the history of this state. We're going to take a quick little break. We'll come right back, and we're going to talk a little bit about your overall Jefferson Chalmers master plan. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back to Spotlight, talking to Josh Elling. He is the CEO of Jefferson East Incorporated. I would be remiss if I didn't ask, how's Derek Scott doing, who's over kind of your co-partner in this, more on the development side?
Yeah, Derek is doing great. He runs East Jefferson Development Corporation, our for-profit development subsidiary. So he is keeping busy trying to solve complicated problems like the Vanity Ballroom. So,
which explains why he's not here today. He's got real big things going on. Let me ask you, 1994 is when all of this really began in earnest. You've got a Jefferson Chalmers master plan, really ambitious, but you've done so much. I know there's more to do. Bring us up to date on where you are with that, and for people who have not been in tune to it, give them a scope of what that's about.
Yeah, no, thank you for that. Jefferson East was founded to support the historic Jefferson Chalmers Business District. And even though we do work up and down East Jefferson and all its neighborhoods, the Jefferson Chalmers Business District is where we've concentrated our real estate work. So through the work of East Jefferson Development Corporation, we've been able to acquire numerous properties within that footprint. So we have a couple things that are coming out of the ground this year. One, we just finished renovation of the historic Kresge building at 14300 East Jefferson, or Lakewood in Jefferson. In there is our new neighborhood resource hub for Jefferson East. So that's where residents can go to get plugged into a range of housing support and housing counseling services. So that launched. The front of that building is going to be Detroit Soul. So that great soul food restaurant up on 8 Mile, this will be their second location right there in the heart of the Jefferson Chalmers Business District. They're in the middle of renovating that, hopefully going to deliver that in a couple months. They will be out at Jazzin' at the Vanity, so folks can come out and sample their food and look forward to that restaurant. Down the street on Marlboro, we're putting the finishing touches on the Marlboro apartment renovation. So these are 23 affordable units in 2 historic buildings. It was a bit of challenge, though. Last June, we took about $500,000 of flooding damage in the south building. We've recovered from that. We're very close to delivering the first 8 units. And the north building should come online later this summer. 2 other retail buildings along the south side of Jefferson with a couple other restaurants will be going into active development this week, thanks to our friends at Invest Detroit. And on the north side of Jefferson, we were able to acquire the historic Platt Motor Building. So this is a large 3-story building, the corner of Ashland and Jefferson, very close to the Grosse Pointe Park border. So we're putting together an innovative development plan for that property, which will include some housing, some retail space, and even a space to help local contractors and developers get plugged into larger projects in the city of Detroit. something called an AEC hub that we're working on, which will help overcome some of the barriers that prevent minority contractors from participating in the redevelopment of Detroit. So very excited about that. But we do have some challenges.
Sure.
Half of the business district was placed in the recently designated federal floodplain. So basically the riverside of Jefferson Avenue and the whole Jefferson Chalmers neighborhood. That means the city of Detroit can no longer deploy CDB, Community Development Block Grant funds, or home dollars to support redevelopment because of the restrictions of the floodplain. So it's critical that the city of Detroit, and I know they're working very hard on this, to try to find a way to get the Jefferson Chalmers neighborhood out of the federally designated floodplain. So that really stresses the need of what I mentioned earlier, is how do we find innovative tools that every other city in America uses, but Detroit does not for some reason, to basically capture a portion of local property taxes to reinvest in the business district. That's something we really want to explore. That could be a great tool that could be utilized across the city to help revitalize neighborhood commercial districts.
And I know you're obviously in touch with the mayor's office as well as Detroit City Council on trying to get those things done, and anybody else in a key leadership position in the state?
Yeah, we've been really working on this concept with the mayor's office for 5 years. I think it's going to take a while longer, though, to get folks comfortable with this concept of a brownfield tax increment finance district. Other cities use it quite a lot to generate neighborhood development, but we've got to find a way that it can be done in a manner that doesn't fracture the local tax base, can become accessible to every neighborhood in Detroit, not just the chosen few neighborhoods. And those are the types of things, I think, the concerns that have been raised about how it gets deployed.
Well, hopefully in a big election year that we're in, from Washington to Lansing to the city of Detroit, key leaders are listening to what you just said to keep this city, the largest city in this state, moving forward. Real quick, before we run out of time here, you've also been really instrumental in helping Detroiters stay in their homes, and many of them to avoid tax foreclosures, correct?
Yes, that's been a huge focus of our work. We've helped more than 4,500 Detroiters with some form of housing support, be it home repair, foreclosure prevention, property tax exemption work. And our new neighborhood resource hub at the corner of Lakewood and Jefferson is where residents can go walk in, meet with our great team, Catherine Ralston, Rebecca Nicodem, Jacqueline Richmond, to get plugged into a range of resources. So we're really focused on this, in addition to also deploying home repair and flooding recovery supports. That's really crucial to our work to make sure Detroiters can stay in their home and benefit from the resurgence that's happening up and down the East Jefferson corridor.
All right, Josh Elling, thanks for joining us today on Spotlight, sharing all this important information. Best of luck with Jazzin' at the Vanity, the 18th and the 19th of June, and we'll stay in touch with you.
Thanks for having me. Great to be here.
It's always our pleasure. And coming up, we'll talk to the executive director of Mogo. What is that? You'll find out right after this. Welcome back to Spotlight. Joining me is Adriel Thornton with Mogo, and it's so good having you for your first time on our Spotlight program. All right, I'm gonna start this way. What in the world is Mogo for those who don't know?
Right, Mogo is Metro Detroit's bike share system. We have 77 plus stations, 600 plus bikes, it's a form of active transportation here in the city.
Okay, so it's another way of moving Detroit forward, so to speak.
Exactly. Another way to get people to where they have to go.
Is it catching on? I know that you've been, I guess, in the area for 5 years. You've been executive director for about a year. Your predecessor moved on, is now heading up the M1 rail. But bring us up to date. Is this catching on? I know when I go to downtown Detroit and some of the neighborhoods, Midtown, I see all kind of folks on bikes and stuff like that. But is it overall catching on, becoming more popular in our city?
I think it is. We're not just in the greater downtown. In 2020, we actually expanded into Northwest Detroit and Southern Oakland County, which provided more places for people to go, but also allow people there to be able to access this form of
cities like Ferndale, and I would imagine
Ferndale,
where a lot of
Royal
young
Oak.
people.
Yep, Ferndale, Royal Oak, Oak Park. Huntington Woods and Berkeley. And then Livernois, those sort of Livernois, McNichols area, Palmer Park area, we're all over there. So, people, again, ride. And ride. I think it's to answer your question, I think it's catching on, but I think that people are also really using it for things other than recreational riding. People really are using it to get to where they have to go. One interesting statistic, in the 5 years that we've been around, we have not had a single day where we didn't have rides.
Wow.
So that means during the polar vortexes, during the extreme heat, people are still riding, and that just illustrates the point to me that people really do need it, and that it's a valuable thing for them to have.
Sure. Mr. Thornton, so tell me how this works. First of all, what kind of bikes do you have? All different types, or is it just one type?
So we have what we call our standard pedal bike, which is, if you can see the picture behind me, it's just a regular pedal bike, you get on and you ride. We have what we call pedal assist bikes. They're Abd Mogo boost bikes, and those give you a little help when you pedal. So you can ride farther faster.
Right. That's probably what I would need, right?
Yeah.
A little assistance there. Okay.
Right. And it really does. It really helps with, even on hot days or really cold days, it helps you get to where you're going a little faster, right? But there's a whole other program that we do called Adaptive Mogo, which is designed for people who can't necessarily ride a regular two-wheel bike. So people with physical challenges or cognitive challenges. So those adaptive bikes, you won't find them at our regular stations. You do have to call and make a reservation.
Right.
But we have all kinds of bikes, really 16 different types of bikes, from recumbents, side-by-sides. We have a cargo bike for someone so if they're in a wheelchair, they can actually just slide into the cargo part of it. So we really did want to, we're one of two major cities in the United States that actually do that. Portland is the other bike share system that has that, and we're the next one. So we're really proud of that program because it really does increase accessibility to bicycling.
Absolutely. All right, I need to slip a quick little break in here. We'll come right back with some more questions about Mogo. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Hey, Jill, tell me exactly how this works. So if do people rent this, like some of the other bikes that we see going on in Detroit and other cities, and you can drop it off anywhere? How does it work?
Yeah, so there are actually two ways to access the bike. One is a casual rider. So they're the people who go up to the kiosk or download the transit app, just get a bike for a little while. You can pay as you go, which is $1 to unlock and then 25 cents per minute. Or we have a variety of other passes with different timings on it.
Right.
So you can opt to do that. And again, that's what we call our casual riders. Or you can become a member. All right, so those are people who are going to ride a little bit more frequently. And once you become a member, there's a monthly pass and an annual pass. We actually have a pass called the Access Pass, which is an annual pass, which is normally $90. But if you qualify for state benefits, you get that same annual pass for $5. So again, part of our equity work. But once you become a member, you then can get a key fob or a card, and then you could just go right up to the station, unlock the bike. Once you do it either way, you get the bike, you ride, you go where you have to go, and then you return it to any other station in the system. So you can really get a bike from downtown, and if you wanted to, ride all the way to Royal Oak.
Right.
And just put it into one of the stations up there, and that's how it works.
Let me ask you, let's take this sort of big picture for a moment. This isn't just about an individual getting some exercise, getting on a bike. From a big picture standpoint, in terms of the development of this region, I would imagine this is important because it helps to bring young people, it helps give them alternatives. Some people it's going to be for, some people it's not. But the more things we have like this, the bigger an attraction is of our city for people to come, move here and stay here.
Yeah, absolutely. Micromobility is what we call it. People, especially the younger folks today, are looking for different ways to get around. They don't necessarily want to sit in traffic all day. I mean, we can look at the gas prices today.
Yeah,
You know,
way up there.
when you offer alternatives to people, and it's whether it's mass transit, whether it's micromobility, it makes the region more desirable. There's a real economic benefit to people doing things. I think people spend 3 to 1 bikers over drivers at small businesses. And that's because they can stop and actually get into that business a little easier and see the business. As you're driving by, you tend to not be able to see things as much as you would on a bike. So there's an actual real economic benefit. And then there's the health aspect of it too.
Absolutely. You're offering, I think, some free days. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes. So every third Thursday of the month, it's free ride day. So you would just go to the kiosk or to the transit app, and it'll take you through the process to actually access that free ride.
Sure. Are cities in this region getting better in terms of designing their roadways for people on bikes?
Detroit has installed miles and miles and miles of bike lanes, bike infrastructure. The Ferndale is about to shrink Woodward, along with Pleasant Ridge. They're sort of giving Woodward a road diet, right? And including bike lanes.
And you got the DeQuinder cut and all this stuff.
And all of it. So I think that it's kind of a slow process, but people do recognize now that it's a healthy thing for them to be inclusive.
Sure. And in the few seconds that we have left, is there anything you want to say in terms of safety, whether it's for those that are on the bikes or those that are in their cars in the roadway?
Sure. Please look out for each other. The roads are for things other than cars, so you just have to be conscious. And if you're on the bike, we definitely recommend that you wear a helmet and then just be aware. You can't guarantee that someone can see you.
10 years from now, where do you see Mogo?
If I have it my way, there'll be a Mogo on every corner from here to Grand Rapids.
All right, very good. All right, A.J. Thornton, we'll check back with you in 10 years to see if that indeed becomes true. It's a pleasure having you today on Spotlight, and best of luck with this initiative, and best of luck to you in this new position.
All right, thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
It's our pleasure. And I'm Chuck Stokes. We'll be back next week with more newsmakers in the Spotlight. We hope you have a great week.